students. So today's class we discuss about the unit 6, that is unit 6 consisting of two parts, that is logic family and sampling game. So in this session we discuss about the first part, that is what is meant by logic family. So what is meant by family? Generally group of elements are so group of people, generally in terms of our day-to-day life. Family nothing but a group of persons. Like that, what is meant by logic family and what about it tells? So simply a logic family indicates the type of logic ICs. So generally in our day-to-day life we use the ICs. So nowadays the digital systems or digital systems plays a major role our day-to-day life, and with the digital systems are designed with the ICs. So each digital system having different types of ICs for their designing point. So logic family tells about the group of or nothing but which IC can be used in that particular logic family. So simply by using the logic family we have to know which type of IC is used in the particular type of design. And so nothing but a circuit can be configuration or arranged in that format, that is circuit elements with particular. So nothing but a circuit configuration or arrangement of the circuit elements in a special manner will result in a particular logic family. So we have different types of the logic families, but each logic family having its own style. So one of the logic families differ with another one. So our final target is design any logic gate. So with the logic gate only we have to design a logic function, nothing but any of the circuit. So in digital circuit, logic gates are very important, that are the basic building blocks of any digital circuit. So that's why in any logic gate or any circuit, so we have to connect in a different manner. So in logic family we have to connect in a different manner. So that is very important task here. So each logic family has its own designing style. So one of the logic family designing style is different with another one. So at the same time, so that is the set of digital IC belongs to the same logic family are electrically compatible with each other. So each set of these logic families are electrically compatible with each other. Simply we have to say that a logic family nothing but group of logic ICs. So each of these IC forms separate logic function or separate logic, nothing but logic function only. At the same time, why we go for the logic families? So in our day-to-day life, digital systems are very important and plays a major role. So at the time, so logic families are plays a major role. With that only we have to design, by using the ICs only we have to design that particular thing. And next, what are the types of the logic families? How we have to categorize these logic families? Simply based upon the elements used. Nothing but in each logic gate, as we know that, so the logic gate is designed with the diodes and transistors. So as like that. So based upon that, we have to categorize these logic families. That is by using BJT, bipolar junction transistor, and the FET, field effect transistor. So that is we have to simply say that by using BJT and FET we have to categorize that condition. At the same time, so these are again the BJT is operating as three regions, that is cutoff region, saturation region and active region. So based upon these BJT functions, so this is again categorized into two types, that is saturated and non-saturated. So nothing but saturation, nothing but on condition, and non-saturation, nothing but it may be operates in the active region or in the cutoff region. So that is the again type of the BJT. And next one is the FET. FET nothing but field effect transistor. So based upon that it can be divided into three types, that is PMOS, NMOS and CMOS. PMOS nothing but P-channel MOSFET. We have to use that P-channel MOSFET in the particular logic family design. So this is one of the type of the logic family. And NMOS also nothing but N-channel MOSFET we have to use. CMOS nothing but combination of P-channel as well as N-channel. At the same time, the saturated logic. So So the saturated logic is again divided into 5 types, that is RTL, DTL, DCTL, TTL and I2L logic. So what is the RTL logic? RTL nothing but resistor and transistor logic. So the RTL logic nothing but resistor transistor logic. So in this type of logic design, we use the resistor as well as transistor, and DTL nothing but diode transistor logic. So and next one is a DCTL, that is direct coupled transistor logic. So that is direct coupled transistor logic, and the next one is TTL logic, that is transistor logic. So in the RTL logic we use a resistor as well as transistor, and the DTL logic we use a diode and transistor, and DCTL we have to use a direct connect transistor logic, that is here we use the diode as well as transistor which is connected in the direct manner, and TTL that is transistor logic, and I2L that is integrated. So integrated IC technology, here we use that, and the Schottky TTL that is a type of TTL, here we use the Schottky transistors. So and the next one is the ECL logic, that is emitter coupled logic. This is a negative logic. So by using this we have to connect, we have to design the logic family. So among these all, the ECL logic family is very faster compared with the remaining logic families. So just we have to discuss about the saturated logic families in this class. After that we go for the non-saturated and FET type logic families. So before discussing about the saturated logic families, first we have to know what are the performance metrics of this logic family. So each one, that is each logic family or each device having some of their performance metrics. Performance is very important. So each of these will be categorized based upon some components, some conditions. What are the conditions which affects this performance of this logic families? So let us check the conditions. Simply that is a threshold voltage and propagation delay and power dissipation, fan in and fan out, and noise margin and speed power product. So first one is what is meant by threshold voltage. So I think all of you know that what is meant by logic, that is logic ICs are digital ICs. So each digital IC is operate with either with logic 0 or logic 1. So generally we have two types of the nothing but we have to represent logic 0 and logic 1. So that is the logic 0 is represent like this. So this is the representation. So generally, so 0 to 5 volts, that is 0 to 1.5 volts is represent with the logic 0, and 3.5 to 5 volts. So we don't produce a correct 5 volt signal or correct 0 volt signal for the representation of logic 0 and logic 1. So that's why we have to represent these type of things, that is 0 and 1.5 volts. In between these two voltages, so this logic is not represent with the logic 0, and the next one is 3.5 volts and 5 volts. So in between these things, it can be represented with the logic 1. So in between this, that is in between 1.5 volts and 3 volts, this voltage level is known as undefined state. So in case my output will be either 1.5 or so in between 1.5 and 3.5 we don't define that output. In case my output is 0 or 1.5, we have to define that output condition. So and the first one is what is meant by this is about general representation of logic 0 and logic 1. So just we have to recall that information, and next we go for the logic performance metrics of the logic families, and the first one is threshold voltage. So what is meant by threshold voltage? Simply we have to say that what is the maximum voltage is applied to the input without changing the output condition. So that is threshold voltage is nothing but so simply we have to say that so without changing an output condition, what we have to apply. So what is the maximum? So what is the input voltage we have to apply here? So for changing the output. maybe I am applying 0 to 1.5 volts at the input level. It may change the output. So this level is known as threshold level. So simply we have to say that the maximum input voltage we have to apply at input side, which causes the change in the output. Maybe I am applying one of the voltage signal. It may affect the output of this particular condition. So this is known as threshold voltage. And the next one is propagation delay. So what is meant by propagation delay? The time taken from a signal or any logic moves from input to output. That is the time in between input to output. So any signal or any logic is reached from input to output is known as propagation delay. And the next one is power dissipation. So what is meant by power dissipation? The power dissipation nothing but, so simply we have to say that the maximum, that is so power dissipation of the logic function is represent like this. The power required to represent 50% of this duty cycle. So simply we have to say that is a 50% of the duty cycle. So the power required for the logic gate is known as a power dissipation. So power dissipation nothing but representation of the signal for 50% of the duty cycle is known as a power dissipation. And for fan-in, so I think all of you know about the fan-in. Fan-in nothing but, so the maximum number of inputs connected to any logic gate. So what are the maximum number of inputs connected to the logic gate without affect the output condition? Nothing but without affect the condition of this particular logic gate or logic family is known as fan-in. And next one is fan-out. That is fan-in and fan-out nothing but inputs and outputs. So fan-in nothing but maximum inputs are connected to the logic gate. And coming for the fan-out nothing but the maximum number of outputs connected to the logic gate. The maximum number of outputs a logic gate can drive or logic IC can drive is known as fan-out. And the next one is a noise margin. The maximum input signal or the maximum noise signal is applied to the input side without affect the output. So maybe I am applying a noise signal to the input. It may not affect the output. That is a maximum noise margin to this particular circuit. So that is about the noise margin. And next one is the speed power product. Simply we have to say that the speed power product is a ratio of propagation delay, that is propagation delay, and so it is also represent nothing but average power dissipation. So these two, the product of these two is known as speed power product. So the first one is the threshold voltage, that is maximum input voltage is applied, that is maximum input voltage is applied to the input, which causes the change in the output. This is known as threshold voltage. And next one is the propagation delay. So propagation delay nothing but the time taken from moment of input to output is known as propagation delay. And power dissipation, that is 50% of the duty cycle. So the power required to represent 50% of the duty cycle is known as power dissipation. And next one is the fan-out. It is very important question. And next one is fan-out, that is the maximum input is applied to that is number of inputs connected to the AND gate, any logic gate, which does not affect the output is known as fan-in. And fan-out nothing but the maximum outputs a logic gate or logic IC can drive is known as fan-out. And next one is a noise margin. Noise margin nothing but simply we have to say that so the maximum noise signal is applied at the input side, which may not affect the output is known as noise margin. And speed and power product, simply it is a combination, nothing but it is a product of propagation delay and power dissipation, average power dissipation. So that is about this performance matrix of this, performance parameters of this logic family. And next we have to discuss about, so what is the representation of logic condition. So we have to represent the logic function, so that is logic designed by using two representations. So we have to represent with the positive logic level or negative logic level. So in our day-to-day life, positive logic level is most familiar. That's why we use a positive logic level. So just check the what is meant by positive logic and what is meant by negative logic. So that is any logic circuit or any logic so function is designed by using two things, that is by using positive logic and negative logic. That is any digital circuit is designed with the either positive logic or negative logic. What is meant by positive logic? Simply, so the 0 volts is represented with the 0, logic 0, and the 5 volts is represented with the logic 1. So this type of connection or this type of is known as positive logic. Coming for the negative logic, the 5 volts, that is 0 volts is represented with the logic 1 and the 5 volts is represented with the logic 0. So this type of connection is known as negative logic. Just most of the cases we use the logic positive logic only. That's why because humans are familiar with the positive logic. So that's why we have to use the positive logic. And just check the condition of the saturated logic families, that is in the BJT logic. So we have to divide again, that is saturated and non-saturated. In the saturated we have to discuss. So what is the DTL family and DCTL family? What are the different types of logic families are there? Just we have to discuss. So before discussing about this transistor logic, BJT and FET, so there is another logic family will be there, that is diode logic. So what is meant by diode logic? How a diode logic can be designed and what is the designing of that? We have to check the condition. So these are majorly used, any logic family is used for designing of the logic gates only. So just first we discuss about the diode logic. So the diode logic, here we use the diodes and resistor as the major elements. So in the diode logic we use the diodes and resistor are the major elements of this particular logic. So in the diode logic we have to implement, by using this diode logic we have to implement AND and OR gate. So by using this particular logic we have to implement the AND and OR logic. First we have to discuss the AND logic with the positive, nothing but AND positive logic we have to discuss. After that we have to discuss about the AND negative logic. What is the circuit diagram for the AND negative logic? So just we have to check the condition. So this is the diagram for that AND positive logic. So simply we have to say that this is an AND gate. What is an operation of this AND gate? A and B and Y is equal to AB. What is the operation of this AND gate? Simply we have to say that A into B both inputs are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Both inputs are 0, 0, the output will be 0, 0, 1, the output will be 0, 1, 0, 0 and 1, 1, the output will be 1. So this is the logic, this is the truth table for that. So based upon this truth table, we have to define what is the condition of this. Simply we have to say that here the applied voltage is 5 volts. So first I am applying, that is AB is equal to, we have to take this is a positive logic. So that's why the A and B, first I am applying 0 volts and 0 volts. So what is the on condition of the diode? Anode voltage must be greater than the cathode voltage, that is and anode voltage is greater than 0.7 volts. These are the two conditions. Here my anode voltage will be a 5 volts and the cathode voltage is both are 0 volts. Here the principle of one will be satisfied, at the same time the second one is, that is anode voltage must be greater than the cathode voltage. In this time it can be represented with the diode D1 and D2. So D1 will be forward bias and D2 will be forward bias. So simply the circuit can be replaced like this with the short switch. So both the circuits, nothing but both the diodes are replaced with the short switch. So that's why whatever the input voltage we have to give at the AB side, that is produced at the output side. In this time the current will be flowing in this direction. So that's why the output will be 0. Y is equal to 0 volts. 0 volts nothing but logic 0. So at the second condition, that is 0 volts and 5 volts is applied here. That is here 0 volts and this one is 5 volts. In that condition, what is the condition? Diode D1 is on condition. Why? Because the anode is 5 volts and cathode will be 0 volts. Anode voltage must be greater than the cathode voltage. Obviously, diode D1 is forward bias. And what is the diode D2 condition? Diode D2 will be reverse bias. So it can be replaced with the short switch and this can be replaced with the open switch. In this time, the 0 volt signal is obviously reached at the output side. That's why the output will be 0 volts. Why? Because there is a path to reach a 0 volts at the output side. So that's why the output will be 0 volts. And next, 5 volts and 0 volts we apply here. So that is in the particular condition D1 will be reverse bias and D2 will be forward bias. So the output will be 0 volts again. And the third last condition, both are 5 volts, 5 volts. So in that time, so this is 5 volts and this one is also 5 volts. Then diode D1 will be reverse bias, D2 will be reverse bias. Why? Because both anode voltage and cathode voltage must be same. So that's why the output will be, so whatever the input signal is applied at this condition does not produce at the output side. So that's why these 5 volt signal will be reached at the output side, that is in a 5 volt signal. So that this is a positive logic. In the positive logic, the 0 volts is represented with the 0, 0 volts is again represented with the 0, 0 volts 0, and this one is 1. So this is the logic function of this particular detail logic for positive and negative. And what is the negative logic for representation of the AND gate? So negative logic. So very important thing, Amma. So what is that here? Simply we have to say that if you have to know the positive logic of this AND gate, so then we have to know the negative logic of this OR gate. So whatever the circuit of this positive AND gate is equal to the negative OR gate. And whatever the circuit of negative logic AND gate is equal to the positive logic OR gate. So that is the thing. And the negative logic AND gate circuit. So here the circuit is like this. Here the input is applied to the anode of the diodes. So that is A, and this one will be B, D1, D2, and this one is like this. And after that, so this one is connected to the ground, output is taken here. So first we have to discuss about the negative logic. What is meant by negative logic? So negative logic nothing but a 5 volts is represented with the logic, whatever the 5 volts is represented with the logic 0 and 0 volts is represented with the logic 1. So that is very important thing. So first I am applying a 0 volts here. So when 0 volts is applied to this condition, so 0 volts is applied to this condition, what happens? 0 and 0. Both 0 volts is applied to this condition, then what is an output? Simply we have to say that the diode D1 and D2 will be forward bias. So simply not 0 volts, the logic 0 0. A, B, D1 and D2. Generally the formula will be 0 volts and 0 0. Here the 0 volts nothing but in the negative logic, what is meant by 0 volt? That is 5 volts and 5 volts. So when we apply 5 volts and 5 volts here, so then both the diodes will be short circuited. So both D1 and D2 will be forward bias. Then what is an output Y? Y will be 5 volts is reached at the output side. That's why the output is 5 volts. In the negative logic 5 volts nothing but 0. And next one is 0 volts and that is 0 and 1. 0 and 1, 0 nothing but 5 volts and 1 nothing but 0 volt. So 5 volts is applied to here and 0 volts is applied to here. In that particular time diode D1 is forward bias and diode D2 will be reverse bias. In this particular time this can be diode D1 is replaced with the short switch and diode D2 can be replaced with the open switch. So there is a path of input signal reached at the output side, that's why output will be 5 volts. Simply it can be represented with the logic 0. Again I am applying a 1 and 0, that is 0 volts and 5 volts. So this is the reverse to this previous condition, that is in that condition. So D1 is reverse bias and D2 will be forward bias. The output will be a 5 volts, that is logic 0. So at the last condition both the inputs will be 1 1. So that is we apply a 0 volts and 0 volts. So here we apply a 0 volts at the anode of diode D1 and anode of diode D2. That's why diode D1 is in reverse bias and D2 is also in reverse bias condition. So in this particular time, diode D1 is reverse bias and D2 is also in the reverse bias condition. Simply the output will be, so the ground signal, that is this 0 volt signal. So this 0 volts nothing but logic. So this is the negative logic of this particular AND gate. So this circuit is same for the positive OR logic. So what is an operation of this positive OR logic? Just check the condition. OR logic. So by using DTL logic, that is diode logic, we have to design only AND gate and OR gate only. So first we have to discuss OR positive logic. Same circuit, but here we use a positive logic. So this one is A and B. So what is the gate? OR gate? What is the function of this OR gate? Y is equal to A plus B, and this one is A and B. And what is in a truth table? A, B, Y is equal to A plus B. That is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So for this, any of the input signal will be 1, the output will be 1. So that's why here 0, 1, 1, 1. So what is an operation of this? Here a positive logic nothing but 0 volts is represented with the logic 0 and 5 volts is represented with the logic 1. First I am applying a logic 0, 0, nothing but 0 volts and 0 volts. So I am applying 0 volts and 0 volts here. This one is diode D1 and diode D2. In this time a 0 volts is applied to the anode of this both diodes. Obviously both diodes will be reverse bias. So in that particular time diode D1 and D2 will be reverse bias. And what is an output? The output will be generally the ground signal, that is 0 volts. So the 0 volts is represented with the logic 0. So next condition, we apply a 0 volts and 1 nothing but a 5 volts signal. So in that particular time, diode D1 is in reverse bias condition and diode D2 is in forward bias condition. Why? Because the 5 volts more than the input signal is more than 0.7 volts. So simply the diode is in on condition, that is reverse bias and forward bias condition. So one of the diode will be forward bias. Obviously this input signal, this 5 volt signal will be reached at this output side. We have to take output here. So that's why this 5 volt signal will be reached at the output side. Simply the output will be a 5 volts, that is logic 1. So next 1 0 condition. What is a 1 0 condition? Simply 1 0 nothing but diode D1 is reverse. Simply the diode D1 is forward bias and diode D2 is reverse bias. So the output will be 5 volts, that is logic 1. And the last condition 1 1. So that is 1 1 nothing but. So here the 5 volt signal and here also I am applying a 5 volt signal. In that particular time, diode D1 and D2 both are on condition. So that's why diode D1 is forward bias and diode D2 is also forward bias. The output will be a 5 volts, that is logic 1. So this is the OR gate positive logic, and coming for the OR negative logic. So that is same as the diagram will be same as under negative logic. Sorry, under positive logic. So just check the condition of that particular one. So that is your work. Just check the condition of this R negative logic. That is the circuit diagram will be same as under positive logic. And the next one is, this is about the diode transistor logic. And the major drawback of this diode transistor logic is simply, so this logic can be, by using this logic we have to design, so that is only AND and OR functions only. So the gates nothing but we have different types of logic gates will be there. AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, so the XOR gate, there are so many gates. But by using the diode logic we only design an OR and AND gates only. At the same time, what is the drawback? Nothing but what is the disadvantage of this particular is logic, that is diode logic suffers from voltage degradation from one stage to another stage. Nothing but there is chance of so output is in between 1.5 volts to 3.5 volts. So that is a major drawback of this particular diode logic. That is the so when we apply a diode logic, so simply it suffers a voltage degradation. So from one stage to another stage. So that is about the diode logic. So next we move on to the transistor logic, that is BJT. So in the BJT the first logic will be RTL logic. What is meant by RTL logic? That is resistor and transistor logic. Here we use the resistor as well as transistor as an output. Nothing but for the circuit connection. So by using RTL logic we have to design the AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate and NOR gate also. So just I am explaining about the NOT gate and 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 OR gates, and you have to simplify, nothing but you have to solve NAND and NOR gate. Simply the AND with the NOT gate connection is simply NAND, and AND with OR with NOT gate connection is simply NOR. So that is your work. Just I am telling about this basic gates only. So what is the resistor transistor logic? Here we use the resistor as well as transistor for our designing. So here all the logics are implementing using resistor and transistor. So simply first we discuss about the RTL, so NOT gate. So this is an RTL NOT gate. What is the function of this RTL? So when the input is, so whenever the input signal, that is A is equal to VCC. So that is, I am taking it as A and output is B. So this is a positive logic. So 0 volts and 5 volts. So 0 nothing but represent with the logic 0 and 5 volts is represent with the logic 1. First I am applying a 0 volts to this transistor. When 0 volts is applied in between base and emitter junction, what happens? Simply, so the transistor is in off condition. When transistor is in off condition, this VCC voltage is produced at this output condition. That is, simply we have to say that the output will be a 5 volts, that is logic 1. So in the next condition, we have to apply a 5 volt signal to the transistor. What happens? A 5 volt signal is applied to the transistor. So then transistor goes to saturation region. When transistor goes to saturation region, what is an output? Generally that is VCE saturation. For the VCE saturation voltage is generally 0.3 volts for silicon and 0.1 volt for germanium. So that is in between 0 volts and 1.5 volts only. That's why we have to represent the output will be generally 0 volts and it can be represented with the logic 0. So this is about the RTL. So not operation. Just check the RTL. So NOR operation. So sorry, RTL. That is RTL NOR operation. Next we go for the OR operation. Just NOR with a NOT gate is so OR gate simply. So what is an OR gate? It is reverse to the OR gate. Simply the function will be like this. A, B, A plus B bar. So here A, B, A plus B bar. So what is the function? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Except the first condition, that is both the inputs are 0, the output will be 1. In the remaining condition, the NOR gate output will be 0. So that is the output A plus B bar will be 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So in this particular time, what is the diode transistor logic? So this is Q1, let us take it as Q1, Q2, and here both the emitter terminals are connected to the ground and the input is applied at the base terminal terminals of these transistors. So that is with a resistor. Here this can be A and B, and both the emitter terminals are connected to the ground, and this one is connected to this VCC. Collector terminals are connected to the VCC, and here we have to take the output V. So this is also a positive logic. That is when both the inputs will be 0 volts and 0 volts. What happens? When A and B will be 0 volts and 0 volts. What is the transistor Q1 and Q2 condition? Both the transistors are off condition. When both the transistors are in off condition, so there is no path of reaching a VCC signal at the ground side. So that's why the V0 will be generally a 5 volts. So that is at that particular time the V0 will be 5 volts, which is represented with the logic 1. And the second condition, that is 0 and 1. So in that particular time the transistor Q1 is, what is the condition of transistor Q1? Q1 is off condition and Q2 will be on condition. So either one of the transistor is on condition. So simply Q2 is replaced with the short switch. So there is a path of VCC signal to reach at the output side. That's why output V0 will be 0.3 volts. That is VC is sat. So that is 0. So in the next condition, that is 1-0 condition. In that particular condition, Q1 is on and Q2 is off. So in that particular condition also the output is taken at the VCC. So that is collector terminals of this transistor. So in that particular time the Q1 is in on condition. Obviously the output will be 0.3 volts. That is 0. So the next condition, that is 1-1. So simply we have to say that both the transistors are in on condition. That's why there is a path of VCC signal to reach at the ground. So the output will be 0.3 volts. That is 0. So this is the NOR logic for the by using RTL. So simply here I am connecting a NOT gate to this particular one. The output of this one is connected to the NOT gate, like transistor. VCC, I am connecting these two VCC, both the VCCs, and connected to ground. And here I am taking an output. Obviously it can be worked as a OR. So next one is RTL NAND logic. So what is a NAND gate? So that is reverse to the AND gate operation. Simply we have to say that A, B, AB bar, A, B, AB bar, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So except the first condition, remaining conditions, the output will be 1. So for this, what is the circuit diagram? So in the previous, the transistors are connected in the parallel manner. Here I am connecting transistors in the series manner. Here I am connecting a resistor. VCC. After that, so there is a resistor here. Output is taken here. So this is an input signal and both the transistors are connected in the series manner. So first I am applying a 0 volts and 0 volts to this transistor. Obviously both the transistors are off condition, then the output will be, what happens? The output will be 0 volts or 5 volts. So that is both the transistors are off condition. Simply it can be replaced with the open switch. So that's why the output will be VCC. VCC nothing but, sorry, so the function will be 1, 1, 1 and 0. So when both the inputs are 0, 0, in that particular condition Q1 and Q2 are off condition, in that particular time the output V0 is equal to VCC. So VCC nothing but 5 volts, that is which is represented with the logic 1. So at the next condition, that is 0 volts and 1 volt. In that particular condition, Q1 is in off condition, Q2 is in on condition. But Q1 is replaced with the open switch and Q2 is replaced with the short switch. So there is no path of reaching a VCC signal at this side. So that's why, so the output will be a 1. Why? Because this can be replaced with the VCC. There is no path of VCC to reach at the ground. So that's why the output will be a VCC signal, that is a 5 volts, simply a logic 1. At the next time also, that is 1 0 signal. So in that particular time Q1 is in on condition and Q2 is in off condition. In that time also the VCC will be a 5 volts, so that is a logic 1. So at the last condition, that is when both the inputs are 1 1. In that particular time, so simply we have to say that the transistor Q1 is in on condition and Q2 is in on condition. Simply we have to replace that with a short switch. There is a passing of there is a chance of reaching a VCC signal at the output side. So sorry, to the ground. That is total VCC signal will be grounded. That's why the output will be a 0 volts. That is represented with the logic 0. Here I am connecting an extra NOT gate to this particular NAND gate. So it can be accessed in a RTL AND gate. So this is about the RTL logic. Simply the major advantage of this logic is the less number of transistors we have to require. So the number of transistors here used will be very less, and power consumption or simply power dissipation is more and fan will be less. So the number of inputs connected to this particular one will be very less. So that is a major drawback of this particular RTL logic. And the next one is the diode transistor logic. So simply we have to say that the diode transistor logic is a combination of diode logic as well as transistor logic. So by using this logic, we have to design that what is a diode transistor logic. So simply with a combination of diodes and transistor, we have to design this particular one. So this is majorly used for designing of the NAND and NOR. So by using diode transistor logic, we have to design the NAND and NOR gates only. So simply the first part of this is a NAND gate connection. So the first part of this one will be a diode logic. So up to this is a diode logic. After that, it is a transistor logic. That is a transistor NOT gate. The first part is AND gate of this diode logic. By using diode logic, we have to design an AND gate. And by using transistor logic, we have to design a NOT gate. So the combination of these two things forms a diode transistor logic. So simply how it can be formed, like how it can be works, just check the condition. So that is the input signal. What is in a NAND gate condition? Already we discussed that. So A, B and output will be A, B bar and 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Except the last condition, the output will be 1. So simply we have to say that first I am applying a 0 volts and 0 volts here. So when the input will be 0, 0, so simply the 0 volts is reached at this side. So not under operation. Up to this, it performs under operation. When 0 volts is applied to the transistor Q1, what happens? The Q1 becomes off condition. When Q1 is in off condition, what is in output? Q will be VCC. So in that particular time, the V0, it is Q will be VCC. So at the next condition, that is 0, 1 condition. In that particular condition, so the output is also at 0 volts. Why? Because it will be short circuited. So that's why the 0 volt signal will be reached at this output side. Again, the Q1 is in off condition. Obviously, the Q is equal to VCC. Next, we apply a 1 0 signal. In that particular time, diode D2 is in off condition. So that is diode D2 is in on condition. Obviously, the output will be VCC. Last condition, that is 1 1. In that particular time, both the diodes is in on condition. Both the diodes are in off condition. That's why this VC signal, that is 5 volts. So this 5 volts is reached at this transistor Q1. So then Q1 is on condition. When Q1 is in on condition, obviously the output voltage will be VCE saturation. Simply that is kilovolts. So this is about the diode transistor logic. So for AND gate. Next we discuss about the OR gate design, NOR gate design. So let us check the NOR gate with a positive logic design. So this is an output. So after this output, the input, this will be connected to the transistor VCC. This one is connected to the, so this is, to this it can be acts as an OR gate, and this one is not a gate. So what is an operation of NOR gate? So that is AB, A plus B bar, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So when both the inputs are 0, 0, the output will be 1, remaining times the output will be 0. So that is when both the inputs are 0, 0. So what is the operation of OR gate? The output will be 0. So simply we have to say that these 0 volts is applied to the transistor. Obviously transistor Q1 is an off condition. That's why we get this VCC signal as my output. That is VCC is equal to 5 volts. We get that signal, that is logic 1. At the next condition, when the input signal A and B. So the A and B signals will be 0, 1. So 0, 1 nothing but this diode D2 is in on condition. That's why this 5 volt signal will be reached here. So whatever this 5 volt signal is given to this particular transistor, then transistor is in on condition. So that's why when transistor is in on condition, the output will be 0 volts. That is a logic 0. And the remaining conditions also the output will be 0. Why? Because so here the output will be OR gate operation. So simply, so the output will be 5 volts for the remaining condition. That's why. So it performs the NOR gate operation like this. So this is about the diode transistor logic. So in the next class, we have to discuss about the TTL logic, that is transistor logic. So among these all saturated logics, TTL logic is most familiar, nothing but most advantage one. Simply we have to say that. So the speed of operation of TTL logic family is more compared with this saturated logic families. So in the next class we will discuss about the TTL logic family. So thank you.